A gas station. Kate, we cut it close. I usually find this place upriver. Everybody's on the lake tonight. The gas station moves around. Junebug running on fumes. Kate, yeah, it's this little game I play. Try to get the needle all the way down before I fill it back up, like playing chicken with the fuel gauge. Sounds ridiculous, right? Sounds efficient. Sounds fun. Junebug would say it sounds fun. Kate, take it where you can get it, right? Anyway, it's nice to see you two. Most of my regular passengers must have gotten held up elsewhere in their journey tonight. It's that storm, I think. Watching Ezra sprint past. Look at him go! That kid has a lot of energy. It's gotta be past his bedtime or something, right? Junebug, he's nocturnal. Junebug, I don't think he has a bedtime. He's a maverick. I think he's nocturnal. Kate, he'd have to be with the company he's keeping. You don't have any of your own, I mean. No, I guess not. I just realized you two come here so often. We chat about all kinds of stuff, but I never thought to ask about family. We're all the family we need. Who has the time? Junebug, that seems more like her sentiment, Kate. That's sweet. So, how about that storm upstairs? Did you two get caught in it? I heard it kind of roamed around, uncertain. I'm sure we'll hear all about it tomorrow. Flooding, property damage, probably killed a few tomatoes. Oof. It's got the river churning and everyone headed to the lake here, where the water's calmer. I myself don't mind navigating a choppy river. Not at all. I've got a good feel for it. Plus, it's better for fungal growth. High water consumes the cave moths, and their wet wings clump together into these little balls of nutrient-dense mushroom food, jammed by currents here and there between the rocks. You have never seen a mushroom grow like a soggy cave moth carcass. I guess not. Amazing. If I could get a day off, Val and I would be out there all day tomorrow to harvest. I mean it. They'll be ready by tomorrow. A mushroom will grow just as fast as you can pump water into it. Hey, are you two heading out this way tomorrow? Maybe I can send Val ashore for you for a few hours. She's got a remarkable nose for mushrooms. You wouldn't even need to know what to look for. Put a bag around her neck and she'll just bring them back to you. Pretty well-trained dog. Are you sure it's not a... I was going to say a pig, but then I realized pigs don't hunt for mushrooms, per se. They hunt for that other thing. Johnny, yeah! No room on the bike for a dog, Cricket. Junebug. We don't know where we'll be tomorrow. Let's let him down easy. Johnny, she could curl up on the sidecar. I'll sit on my legs. Because he's a robot, he'll just tuck in his legs. Silence. Kate, so... I should get back aboard. No rush. I just wanted to brew some tea before we get underway. Headed into the station? Junebug, yeah, picking out a snack for Johnny. Junebug, thought I'd grab some black coffee for the old man. He's looking a bit waterlogged. That would be a nice thing to do. I mean, Johnny will be alright, but I worry about our poor old man. Kate, sure, don't want him falling asleep on you. Nah, he'll be alright. He seems like the type who can hold his liquor. Seems like he has a little experience, I mean. Hey, while you're in there, could you remind the gas station attendant this fuel's on my tab? Charge it to the Mucky Mammoth. Oh, and Will wanted a scratch ticket. Thanks. Johnny to Junebug. I think I'll just watch the lake for a bit, ma'am. Aw, are you mad, Junebug, or Johnny, that I didn't offer to get you a snack? For a second I thought Kate was also making noise. Into the gas station. Where'd Ezra go? Hopefully he's alright. Which one? Johnny and Val. Johnny. What do you think of that other dog we've got on board, Val? Mushroom hunting, huh? Blue's a sleepy old hound dog. I know she isn't doing any mushroom hunting, that's for sure. Blue came along with that old man drinking up all of your beer. It said take as much as you need and leave the rest. Oh, here comes another boat. I like to try my hand at mushroom hunting. I bet I'd be pretty good at it. Weird cave fungus growing on soggy moth wings. Sounds kind of romantic, but also kind of gross, right? So could you fit in the sidecar? So would you like to ride with us for a day? I bet you would. We're good company. I guess you'd miss Kate even just for a day. Maybe we can still talk her into it. Nah, I guess it's settled anyway. Nice to think about, though. We'll end it nicely on his half. Okay, we get to check both of them. Attendant, looking for crystals? Snacks? Why do you assume I'm looking for crystals? I need a scratch ticket. What kind? Oh, I wasn't told what kind to buy. Junebug examines the lottery display case, the one with the bats on it, the one with the Sudoku puzzle on it, the one with the grassy field on it. Bats seem to be more fortuitous in these areas. Sure, bat bucks. Everyone buys that one. No idea why. Anything else? Snacks. Sure, we have snacks. How about some jerky? It's homemade. Not by me. You work on the Mammoth? I can add it to your tab. I'm a passenger. Oh, you know the tugboat? The Captain Kate? Said I'd have to remind you. Sure, they're here every night. It's okay. I have one of those faces. Forgettable. I wouldn't say that. Does it bother you? I've learned to cherish it. There's dignity in being forgotten, letting the crowd flow around you, unspoiled. I used to live in a city. I mean, a real city. Cleveland, Ohio. I had some family money then and didn't have to work. I lived in hotels. In daylight, I walked wherever the people were. My only duty was to the crowd. I was its observer, its historian, its detective, its poet. Well, the money ran out, and I dispersed with the rest of them. I took my duties with me here to Lake Leith and the Echo River. I lived behind its counter, anonymous, invisible. But I live with dignity. And yourself? Sure, something like that. No, I don't think so. She obviously does not strive to be forgettable. I don't blend in. I'm not alone. And not so easy to forget, I'd say. I see now that you're right. Well, that's yours to bear, then. Snacks are in the back there. Junebug surveys a row of chocolates. Licorices, cheese crackers, dehydrated bleach, reconstituted and colorized. The attendant is a trip. Johnny seems distant. He was excited about Kate's dog, too. He seems a little preoccupied with the kid Ezra. Traveling with all these people might be like sensory overload for him. A bag on the bottom shelf is decorated with cartoonish pictures of vegetables. Through a plastic window in the packaging, she can see puffed corn shaped and colored like carrots. Puffed corn shaped and colored like carrots, tomatoes, and broccoli florets, and a few puffy white discs that might represent potatoes. What would it be like to travel with one more? It's always just been the two of us on the bike. We're just along for the ride, like that attendant. She's trying to redefine their relationship, so I'm gonna let her consider maybe one more. Somewhere in there is surely a perspective, in case the rest of the process hasn't done enough to stop the flow of time. Is surely a preservative. Perspective. I can't read. Even supposing it was possible to take on another passenger long term, it may be best just ask him what's on his mind. He just needs to cool down for a bit. She turns the bag over to look for the ingredients, but only finds a marketing blurb. Inspired by the real vegetables. I'd trust it. Not even a little. Norm, to attendant. Shit, that floodwater washed you halfway up out to sea. I was looking for you down by New Konisberg, same as usual, but ain't nobody there. And the river's deep as an elephant's. Noticing Junebug. Oh, I didn't see you there, ma'am. Pardon my language. What elephant? Where are you headed? Well, Norm, in fact, I'm headed right here. Glad to have found it at last. Extending his hand warmly. I expected you must be Loretta. Enchanted to meet you. Sorry I'm late. Hey, is that coming on too flowery or something? Enchanted? Repeating it now, I feel a little silly. I'm not Loretta, but I think you'll do fine with enchanted. Enchanted sounds pretty old-fashioned. Is that the kind of gal Loretta is? Yeah, Loretta was the one in the intermission. There was a single sentence saying that the previous calls made by Loretta will be charged to this account. So, I don't think we've run into Loretta before. Maybe. It's gotten to the point where my notebook is like so covered with different names and scribbled notes that's getting more confusing than helpful. I think you'll do alright. Well, thanks for saying so. But now I'm double embarrassed. How do you know Loretta? Do I look like her? You picked a funny place to meet. I really don't. I met Loretta on the computer. We met each other there. Or I guess we spoke through the computer and agreed to meet. I don't know the terminology. I haven't dated in quite a while. Back when I met Greta, that's my wife, excuse me, my ex, or am I her ex? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, back then there wasn't even such a thing as computers at all. I guess there probably was, but I'd never heard of one. I worked in textiles. So, here I am. Didn't it work out for you with Greta? So, what's your plan when Loretta shows up? Oh, maybe head down to the rum colony. Shoot, I forgot to ask if she likes to drink. You really never know these days. I guess first I'd ask her about that. If she doesn't like rum, I might try to take her by the bat sanctuary. That's pretty romantic, in a sense. Like misty valleys and ruined churches romantic, not like flowers and chocolate romantic. Of course, they've got that memorial there. That's a little depressing, actually. Maybe we'd kind of sail around that. Yes, the memorial that we don't know what it's to. Damn it all, I guess I probably missed her. I wonder if she'd agree to meet again. I'm sure she'll understand with the weather and all. I wouldn't if I thought I'd been stood up. Nice of you to say so. Well, I guess I'll head back. Hey, supposing Loretta doesn't want to see me after all. My card is full. I'm out of your league. Haha, I won't argue with that. Actually, I wanted to ask you for some advice. I had to type up a sort of autobiography for the computer date, and I spent a lot of time on it. But I only got one reply, and that was Loretta herself. I was happy to meet her, but supposing she's lost interest now, do you think you could maybe give me some feedback? It's only a paragraph or so. I have it all memorized. I spent so damn long writing it. I can relate to that. Papers for school. Or emails. When I have to email someone or text about something important, I spend, depending on if it's very important, I might spend forever how to phrase this. So here it goes. You didn't even give me a chance to answer if I want to or not. I'm a good-natured man, retired, and spend most of my time sailing the Echo River, riding currents of subterranean gas and that strange invisible wind that moans out of the small tunnels along the bank. Seeking a companion to map the river with me, I have 2 grown children, but they live far away. No goofballs. Okay, what do you think? The thing with the wind is a little much. Why mention your children? What was that about goofballs? You'll be fine. I felt like the wind was a bit much. The moan. I guess you're probably right. I want to show my poetic side. I'll save that for the day. That's the way, Norm. You're getting there. You'll be fine. Alright, thanks for your help, ma'am. Really renewed my confidence. I'm ready to get back on that computer. You have a good night now. What's left of it, anyway. Yeah, that's right. We have a ticker ticking down. We have to get back before morning. If we go too slow, who knows? Johnny, we wanted to talk to you. What's on your mind? Junebug, sorry, Cricket. Nothing good on offer. Johnny, not even those little gummy pomegranate seeds? Junebug, hiding it, look. Johnny, it's okay, I'll go check. Wish me luck. Junebug, good luck. Don't take too long. So now we're in control. Yep, and we got some more people. Oh, and watch, I bet this is Loretta coming in, and she's gonna think he's Will. Alright, Junebug and Val. Junebug, did Johnny tuck your ear off out here? Big plans for the night? I suspect there are some things that he could only say to animals. Damn, he's even got me talking to dogs now. I guess that's just how people are. Different thoughts for different listeners. I'd like to think he could say anything to me. Attendant. Johnny, do you carry those little gummy pomegranate seeds? Hey man, how's your night? Quiet. Where are you headed? Helping some new friends make a delivery. Or along for the ride anyways. Just following Junebug. She was in here a minute ago. Well, even if you're not doing the heavy lifting, or navigating, or whatever, a passenger contributes to a journey too. I never traveled, but I do love travelers. That's what I like about this job. Travelers come to me. Do you ever get lonely here? Do you live nearby? Meet some interesting people? I wouldn't say I meet them, but I do sell them gas. There's something so on point about that statement. Well, let me know if I can help you find anything. Ow. Ow. Glory, it is good to be among friends! Attendant, suit yourself. What are you so excited about? Wow, I should take a page out of your book, man. I can't help it. Every time I step onto that boat alone, I think this could be the very last time. And then every time I come ashore, back among people, I think, solemnly, Glory, it is good to be among friends. Why get on the boat Why get in the boats? Why get on the boat in the first place? Helps to keep things in perspective, I guess. It's a ritual of remembrance for me. Tonight, particularly so. It's my birthday. I am 5 years old. Do you know why I say that? Well, I'm gonna tell you. 5 years and some days ago, I set out on the Echo River alone. Or so I thought at the time. I was looking for an ice floe. They are occasionally rumored to travel our humble artery on their way from who knows where to who knows where. Who knows why? It's a mystery. An hour into the journey, my lantern gave out. Now, I always carry 3 or 4 spares. You'll never catch me in the dark again. Lesson learned, buddy. But that night, when the lantern went out, I was stuck in the dark. I kept an arm extended, running my fingers along the cave wall, trying to keep my bearing as best as I could, and at least make sure I wasn't going in circles. I just prayed I'd find another traveler who knew his way back to the lake, or above ground, or even just a crack in the rock to get a glimpse of moonlight. I had a large bag of apples with me. After a long while, maybe a day, I was getting weak, so I took my hand down from the rock to tear the bag open. Well, when I reached back out, I couldn't find the cave wall anymore, or any other. I was totally unmoored, buddy. Totally adrift. And it was so dark. I started counting time and apples eaten. I drifted in despair for 4 apples. Then I schemed and planned and dreamed for 2 apples. Finally, I came to accept my fate. Lost at sea. And this phase I think I would have continued indefinitely had I not come down to that very last damn apple. Picture me, feeling around in an empty bag, certain that somehow there's another one of those fist-sized chunks of life-giving fruit already softening by the time, and probably an unappetizing brown... Nope, that was it. Just as I was about to bite into my last meal, I felt a tickle on my upper lip. It hatched right then. Couldn't it have been a moment later, I would have eaten it. My last apple was infested by a damn fruit fly maggot. Well, that should have been the end of it. I should have eaten that apple and that fly while I was at it, and put an end to our little food chain suicide pact. But I waited, out of mercy. After all, this fly was basically a newborn child, right? A gross inject child, but a still child, right? Born into darkness and famine, hungry and alone. I mean, can you imagine that? No other flies out there on the boat, and never would be. No other flies to welcome into the world. I mean, no fly culture, no fly society, no fly history. A true orphan. I started to get depressed just thinking about it all. Worked out a thick tear, I'm not ashamed to say. Well, that fly landed on my cheek, right under my left eye, right on that salty teardrop, and then, blinding glory, his ass lit up like a candle. That wasn't a fly, buddy, that was a damn lightning bug. So that's how I came out here today with you folks, only because I found my way out of that strange river cave by the dim-lit rear of some orphan insect hatched out of my last rotten apple. Stories and verbiages and sentences like these, like, you can't, this is some good writing. I'm enjoying it completely. Glory days good to be among friends. That it is. Wow. I'm glad you're here among friends as well. I am glad. Oh, he didn't even get his snack. I didn't get another chance to ask. Johnny, that guy's a trip. That gas station attendant, did you talk to him? It's funny, he actually reminds me of that frog we had for a bit. That frog you had. I thought it was a toad. Oh, is there a difference? Yeah, toads are bigger. Toads live in the mud. Frogs live in the trees. Toads have warts. I can't remember if that's true. I think they are bigger. Johnny, huh, I never knew. Okay, so how does that gas station attendant remind you of a frog? He seemed more like a cat to me. The attendant, I mean. Oh, I don't know. Because he liked to talk, I guess. Maybe we should pick up another one? A frog or a cat or an iguana or something? What do you want a pet for? Feeling lonely, Cricket? Or maybe a third person to travel with? Huh? Now that would be a whole new adventure, wouldn't it? You and me were good together. Safe, free. You know what I mean? We just try stuff out. Change our clothes, swap parts around, just play. I'm not lonely, just curious. With another person to play with, what else could we be? You might be right, Cricket. I don't think it's a good idea. We can keep it in mind. Let's not rush into anything. Keep that door open, because part of me is like, where's Ezra gonna go? Like, with Shannon, she might take off to who knows where, and Conway is going to be in slavery, basically, so, in debt up to his eyeballs, so they're not going to be able to watch out after Ezra. Oh, that's Kate. Time to hit the road. River, I mean. And there we go. See that small brick building? It used to be an upholstery shop. Now it's inhabited by a very skilled taxidermist. And actually, before it pushes us any further, we're going to have a break in this episode, this series of episodes. More of a formal cutting off point. Still going to be perhaps a bit of a long episode, but I thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this series. Hope you're as intrigued as I am, and I'm curious to see what we're going to find out on this river. If you're enjoying this video, do leave a like down below. If you're not subscribed, consider it, you know. No need to rush into these sort of things. And I will see you in the next one soon. Bye!